They told you to play by the rules. They lied. Right now, while you're following every guideline, dotting every I, crossing every T, there's an entirely different game being played above you. A game where the rules don't just bend, they shatter. Where morality becomes a weapon. Where your goodness is their opportunity. Here are the questions that will haunt you. Why do the worst people have the best lives? How do they sleep at night after what they do? What do they know that you don't? Why does being good feel like being stupid? What's the real price of staying innocent? You're about to learn why everything you were taught about success is backwards. Why the people at the top got there by doing the exact opposite of what they tell you to do. You know this story. Two entrepreneurs start companies in the same industry. Same year, same market. One follows every rule, pays fair wages, honors every contract, builds slowly and ethically. The other, they poach talent with false promises, break agreements when convenient, and weaponize regulations against competitors. Guess which one is worth billions today? Guess which one is telling you to work hard and be patient? The answer will disgust you. But what you're about to discover next will change how you see every powerful person you've ever met. Right now, people are asking why bad people always seem to win, how the rich break rules without consequences. What's the real game being played at the top? And you're about to discover the 500-year-old blueprint that the elite have been using while telling you it doesn't exist. Here's the situation. Every day you play by their rules, you fall further behind. Keep ignoring this and you'll spend your entire life wondering why you never got ahead, despite doing everything right. But stick around and you'll learn the actual principles that govern power, the ones they desperately don't want you to understand. Wait, because this gets darker. There was a man who watched princes rise and fall, who studied power like a scientist studies bacteria, who wrote down exactly how the game really works. His name was Niccolò Machiavelli, and 500 years ago, he created a blueprint so dangerous that it's been deliberately misunderstood ever since. They turned his name into an insult, Machiavellian, to make you afraid of his teachings. But here's what they don't tell you. The wealthy, they study him religiously. Stop for a second. Feel that twist in your gut? That's recognition. The powerful, they follow his principles daily. While you're being taught to treat others how you want to be treated, they're following Machiavelli's real advice. Men are so simple and so ready to obey present necessities. You know what that means? They see you as predictable, controllable, easy. If you've ever felt like everyone else knows something you don't, you're finally getting answers. And the worst part? You've been programmed to stay that way. Every moral lesson you learned in school wasn't to make you a good person. It was to make you a manageable person. But what happens next is where this gets truly disturbing. Machiavelli revealed that power operates on two levels at the same time. There's the level you see, the PR statements, the charity galas, the inspirational LinkedIn posts about servant leadership. Then there's the real level, the one where Machiavelli says, you must be both the lion and the fox. You have the right to know what game is really being played around you. The lion uses force when necessary. The fox uses deception always. But here's the twist that will make your stomach turn. The most successful people aren't choosing between being the lion or the fox. They're showing you the fox while being the lion. That boss who says, we're all family here? Fox face, lion teeth. Think about your own boss right now. Which face are they showing you? That billionaire preaching about giving back? Fox charity, lion tax avoidance. You feel it, don't you? That sinking feeling that you've been the prey in a game you didn't know you were playing? You have the right to protect yourself from this manipulation, and this changes how you see everything from now on. Most people will never understand this, but you're different because you're still watching. You're ready for the truth. Here's where Machiavelli becomes genuinely dangerous knowledge. He discovered what he called the virtue trap, and you're probably stuck in it right now. If you've ever been called too nice or too honest, this is about you. The virtue trap works like this. They convince you that being good, honest, and fair will eventually be rewarded. That karma exists. That what goes around comes around. Meanwhile, they operate on Machiavelli's actual principle. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Wait, read that again. Everyone sees the appearance. Few see the reality. What you thought was your curse Seeing through people's fake kindness is actually your superpower. So what do the powerful do? They perfect the appearance while manipulating the reality. That company that just laid off 10,000 people, they announced it the same day as their sustainability initiative. Not a coincidence, strategy. That politician caught in a scandal? They're already at a charity event for children. But here's the part that will haunt you. Machiavelli said something that the rich treat as gospel. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. You know why your boss doesn't care if you like them? You know why that successful person seems so cold? They're following the blueprint. While you're trying to be liked, they're ensuring they're feared. Just enough to maintain control, not enough to inspire rebellion. If you've ever felt like being nice got you nowhere, you're already living this truth. But what I'm about to share next will show you exactly how deep this programming goes. There are two worlds existing at the same time right now. World one, where you live, where you believe hard work pays off, where contracts mean something, where reputation matters, where being good eventually wins. World two, where they live, where Machiavelli's principles rule, where promises are tools, where reputation is theater, where winning is the only morality. Listen closely. This is the part that changes everything. Here's what happens to people in World one. They work 60-hour weeks believing they'll be rewarded. They stay loyal to companies that would replace them tomorrow. They play fair while their competition plays to win. They age wondering why they never got their turn. If you're exhausted from doing everything right and getting nothing back, you're not crazy. You're awake. Here's what happens to people in World two. They work smart, not hard, and let others carry the load. They jump ship the moment a better opportunity appears. They break rules that have no real consequences. They accumulate power while others accumulate resentment. You have the right to stop being used by people who don't play by the same rules. But here's the kicker, and this is what Machiavelli understood perfectly. World two needs world one to exist. They need you to believe in fairness so they can exploit your predictability. Hold on, let that sink in. Your fairness is their opportunity. They need you to follow rules so they know exactly how you'll behave. They need you to stay moral so they can use your morality against you. The moment you realize this, really realize it, you hit the point of no return. Your old self just died, the one who believed the game was fair. But wait, because the next part is where you learn to flip the script entirely. Machiavelli wrote something that powerful people have been using for centuries while keeping it from you. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. Every time you've been honest when a small lie would have saved you, every time you've shown your cards when you could have bluffed, every time you've admitted weakness when you could have projected strength, you were playing their game by their public rules while they played by the real rules. This is why you're tired. You've been fighting with one hand tied behind your back. But here's where it gets even more disturbing. Machiavelli's most dangerous principle, the one that will change how you see every interaction. Men are so happy to be deceived that they will help you do it. People want to believe the appearance. People need to believe the story. People help maintain the illusion. If this is hitting different than anything you've heard before, that like button is your first act of rebellion. Show the algorithm you're ready for real knowledge. That coworker who got promoted over you? They didn't work harder. They managed appearances better. Remember Marcus from accounting? The one who got your promotion? Now you know why. That person who always seems to get opportunities? They're not lucky. They're strategic. If you've ever felt like you're too honest for your own good, you're already halfway to understanding this. Here's a truth that will feel like swallowing glass. Your authenticity is being used against you. While you're being genuine, they're being strategic. While you're being transparent, they're being calculated. While you're showing weakness, they're documenting it for later use. It's not wrong to protect yourself from users. It's necessary. What you thought was your weakness, that feeling that you're too real for this fake world, is actually your hidden power. Because once you understand the game, you can choose how to play it. Most people will never see this, but you're seeing it now. If you're feeling that shift happening inside you right now, that moment where you realize you'll never be fooled the same way again, you belong here. This channel is for people like you who are done being played. Subscribe now and join others who see through the illusion. And the transformation that happens next is where you become genuinely dangerous, in the best possible way. Now you understand why you felt like you're playing a rigged game, because you are. But here's what changes everything. Machiavelli's ultimate teaching wasn't about becoming evil. It was about becoming unreadable. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. You don't have to become them. You have to become invisible to them. The moment you stop being predictable is the moment you become powerful. Here's your new blueprint. Stop telegraphing your moves. They're using your predictability against you. Stop showing your values. They're mapping your weaknesses. Stop revealing your goals. They're positioning themselves as gatekeepers. You're allowed to keep your plans secret until they're complete. You're about to become strategically mysterious. Where you once shared everything, you now reveal selectively. Where you once showed emotion, you now show what serves you. Where you once sought approval, you now create uncertainty. This isn't about becoming fake. This is about becoming free. What they called being difficult is actually you refusing to be controlled. If you've ever felt exhausted from being so open while others stay guarded, you're finally going to balance the scales. The same people who've been reading you like a book are about to lose their advantage. Pay attention to how uncomfortable they get when you stop being predictable. The same games that have been played on you, you're about to become immune. You have the right to protect your energy from those who would exploit it. You have the right to be strategic with your truth. You have the right to play the game by the real rules, not the fake ones they taught you. Here's what happens when you make this shift. People stop taking you for granted because they can't predict your reactions anymore. Opportunities start appearing because you're not broadcasting your desperation. Respect starts flowing because mystery creates value. You're not becoming evil. You're becoming evolved. You're not becoming them. You're becoming free from them. But here's the most important part, and this is what will complete your transformation. You're standing at a crossroads that few people ever reach. Behind you is the world of rules that were never meant to help you win. Ahead of you is the understanding that made the powerful who they are. Machiavelli wrote, "Whoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times." The times have changed. The game has evolved. But you've been playing by outdated rules. Until now, you can walk away from this video and pretend you didn't hear what you just heard. You can go back to playing fair in an unfair game. You can keep wondering why they win while you lose. Or you can accept that you've been initiated into knowledge that changes everything. That you now see the strings. That you now know the moves. That you now understand the game. If you're choosing awareness over ignorance, if you're choosing strategy over slavery, if you're choosing to protect yourself in a world that won't protect you, then you belong here. This channel is for those who are ready to see reality without the filter, who understand that knowledge isn't good or evil, it's power. Now, who realize that the only way to beat their game is to know their game. What rule are you done following? Drop it in the comments below. Let's see who else is ready to break free. If that's you, if you're ready to keep learning what they don't want you to know, then subscribe now. Not because I told you to, but because you finally understand why most people never will. Welcome to the other side of the looking glass. You're finally playing the real game.